So it's something a little bit different today. What we've got here is a 2008 Honda Stepwagon from Japan. I actually bought this early last year, however, because of the pandemic. It sat in Japan for quite some time, and then when it finally got to the UK, it sat in the docks waiting to be registered. But it's been my winter project. It's been converted into a camper van. I'm going to take you around the vehicle and just show you what that's all about and what I've done to it. So this came into the UK as an 8-seater. Obviously, I had to strip out the seats to make room for the camper conversion. But it was due to go to the auctions in Japan, but I was able, through the help of BHP Imports, to buy this directly from the seller before it actually went into the auction. So very low mileage. It's actually it's 55,000 kilometers, so 33,000 miles, and it's like a brand new van. The underside just looks brand new. The bolts, there's not a dot of rust on it anywhere. It's in absolutely remarkable condition. So very, very, very pleased, and thanks to Andy and Baz over at BHP for sourcing this vehicle and bringing it over, because it's as good as it gets for an RG. RG is the chassis code on this particular vehicle, which ran from, I think, 2004 to 2009, and it's got the K20 engine, but it's the last to use a traditional 4-speed before they moved to the CVT, which I was keen to go with. So instead of me waffling on about specs, let me take you around and see what this is all about. So I have done a few little jobs on this. It's actually, for those who are familiar with the Stepwagon, this is the Spada spec. So you get the body kit on it and a few other bits and bobs, which is quite nice. I don't know whether vans can actually be good looking, but this looks okay. The wheels are actually off 2001 Accord Type V. It was a luxury spec that we had in the UK for a couple of years, and they're very reminiscent of the EK9 Civic. So they're an Enkai wheel, a 7-spoke. You know, so they're very, very similar to the EK9 wheels, the 16-inch, which I've ended up staying with the smaller 16-inch wheels because of the additional weight of the camper conversion. So I could go with really high load index tyres. If you go up to 18s, the load index drops massively. Not something I really wanted to risk. To be honest, I didn't want the discomfort, have it running slightly lower profile tyres. So that's a couple of reasons really for going with that. Just take you around the vehicle. It's a van. There's not much to show. It comes with standard tinting on all the glass, electric. The side doors are electrically operated, but you can switch that off. Popped a Stepwagon-esque plate on there, and some Type R badges, which will upset lots of people, which brings me great pleasure. I don't know why people get so upset about the colour of badges and non-Type R badges on, and all the rest of it. Anyway, yeah. This came with the previous owner in Japan, who was a member of the Japanese Automobile Federation and had been for obviously quite a long time. There's a 10-year sticker there, so left those on. Took some of the other stickers off, which were in poor shape. So I've got, for those of you that are familiar with Jimmy Broadbent, there's one of his stickers and a Cookie Mon stickers. That's pretty much all I do: eat biscuits and drink tea, because, you know, English. So as you can see, it's in. It does need a polish, funny enough, but on camera it does look really good. So I'll take you around what the conversion has been like. And if you just pull the door handle, the door will open and into the van itself. I don't know how well this is going to catch on with the light and the sunlight. It's might be sunny, but it's very, very cold here at the moment. So in here we've got a 50-litre fridge freezer. We've got a double burner and a sink. We've got what's known as a rock and roll bed. So this is 2 seats with seat belts, and you basically pull a lever under here, and this folds down into a bed. I've got basically I've not got solar at the moment. That's going to happen. So I'm running a separate leisure battery to run all the internal electrics. I have a 2000 watt inverter which gives me standard mains electricity as well. There's lighting and some storage in here as well for pots and pans, and I've even got a low wattage toaster that goes in. That works a treat. I've got high level lighting and spotlights that are dimmable, but also some lower lighting, so if I'm on a campsite or an event, I've got lighting at the back as well. So in terms of features, yeah, we've got the double burner, sink, 10 litre of capacity for fresh water and drainage. There's a clip-on table here that sits just where my hand is, and that's the bar here that will allow me to move this back. It's taken me about 3-4 months of weekends and spare time to build all this. I've done everything myself, so it's just whenever I've had the spare time to do it. It was completely stripped and insulated as well, so hopefully that should keep the temperature fairly stable. In the back we have some more storage underneath, and again we've got those very high power LED lights at the back for campsite use, and actually a hot shower, and it's basically a mini central heating boiler, so that's in there. We've got access to this panel. Is actually just velcroed on because I can get to all the services and the electrics in there. So yeah, it's all mod cons. It's for the small space I was kind of working with, managed to get a surprising amount. I have actually got an awning that goes over the back of this whole van, which, you know, if somebody wanted to camp out at the back, I'll be sleeping on the bed inside, nice and warm. What I will say is there's a diesel heater underneath the seats as well, so that's a very nice addition, particularly for the colder nights. So there we go, that's the Stepwagon, and hope you enjoyed having a nosy round. Nearly forgot to add this, last but not least is the driving section. So the seats that came with the vehicle were, I found them quite uncomfortable, so I've managed to get some not that old, some FN2 Type R seats, and I've changed the head unit to a UK head unit, so I've got CarPlay and Android, and the reversing camera's all hooked up there, so yeah, some little bit of comfort there. So yeah, that's done as well.